My highlights from physics was definitely learning about space and gravity because it gave me a concept that I didn't understand before I got into the upper fours.
My highlight of biology is we grew our own bacteria, we studied it, and we learned a lot from it.
My highlights in economics this year have probably been about learning how to understand the stuff that you're reading, not just in the textbooks, but also in newspapers and online.
Learning about genes and chromosomes and learning about selective breeding.
In English, my highlight was we started learning about Great Gatsby, which was originally we didn't understand it or whatever, and then by the end of the year we felt really confident in the exam.
In chemistry, I like how when it gets really hard we get given chocolate to help us along, and our teacher's really good and she just is really inspirational.
My highlight in art this year was when we studied the Fauves. The Fauves paint landscapes in different colours, so we got to experiment by drawing trees in reds and blues instead of in greens.
In English we've been studying Shakespeare and we went to Stratford.
Well, what's been really good this year is that I do English and drama, so it's been really good to see how the two of them link.
We did our first controlled assessments this year, so that was a big step for from upper fours to lower fifth, and they're a lot different to exams that we've had in the past, and it's our first real experience of GCSEs.
We went on a school trip to the River Group where we learnt how they used ICT in business.
Yeah. I enjoy languages and we get to study so many different languages, it's really fun.
My highlights in Spanish have definitely been finishing the exams, which is a controlled assessment, and also going to Madrid for the Spanish trip.
We went to a French exchange about 4 weeks ago to Toulouse. To begin with, I was quite nervous to come to a French family and I didn't know them or anything, but when I got there they were really welcoming. My highlight from the French exchange was probably Cité L'Espace, because there was an outdoor area with a model of a spaceship.
My highlight this year of art was when we did the graffiti work by John Bergman.
Still life. It's been fun and I never thought I would have been able to draw the texture and details like I have this year.
I also liked when we did Monet because we got to use watercolours to create a water effect.
One of my highlights of the year was playing my violin in the summer concert.
Well, I really like being in Joseph because it's a musical, not just a play, so you can do singing and dancing as well.
My highlights in drama this year is getting the part of Joseph in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was wandering along by the banks of the river when 7 fat cows came out of the now.
My highlights in drama this year was probably getting the part of the Pharaoh in the play.
My highlight of the year has been sport, because we did a West Schools tournament and we did a tournament with all the other schools and we did really well.
Proving myself in sports, like in tennis and swimming. For tennis, winning tournaments, winning matches, and in swimming, improving my times.
There's been the oratory lacrosse we won.
I play the violin, bassoon and piano, and the highlights of music for me is playing at all the different concerts because there's lots of great opportunities.
I think a highlight for me and most of the year actually was the Lower Six Ball, where we took part in dancing lessons every Friday with Chip Blake and the Oratory.
We had to learn to ballroom dance, all of us, which was a challenge, but it worked out again.
At the end of it, we had a big dance competition at the ball. Everyone got dressed up. It was really good fun.
I enjoy school life generally. I'm a boarder. And it's really good because you have lots of friends and you can get your work done, and it's just a really good community in the boarding house.
The thing I like at Queen Anne's is the prep time, because we get given responsibility to do our homework that night, and then we get to go home and don't think about homework and just relax and have tea.
I'm a full boarder, so we usually have activities in the weekends, and we do like a lot of activities like go-karting, that's my favorite, and we're like a family.
It's a really friendly school and there's loads of people to make friends with.
Well, I've been head girl this year, so that's been a great honour for representing Queen Anne's and playing such a big role in the school. And it's given me lots of opportunities to do things outside of school, so go to events outside of school such as Tatler.
One of my highlights this year was visiting the Tate Britain, because it was exciting seeing all the different paintings by the famous artists that are favourites of mine.
This year we had a surprise visit from Aidan Grimshaw from the X Factor, which was very exciting.
Yeah, we were right at the front.
Yeah, it was amazing. So, yeah. Front row.
A Chinook helicopter came on the day of the spring fair because we were raising money for Help for Heroes, and everybody got to take a look inside.
Probably Divi. It was really challenging, obviously, and tiring, but it really gave us a chance to kind of connect with our friends.
And we learned how to cook and live in the wilderness.
So I went to the Isle of Wight and we did sailing, kayaking and windsurfing.
Another good thing this year is that we've had the Max Suite, which is really fun to compose music on it. It's so cool.
We've had a really good year in economics. It's been particularly interesting given the economic climate. We've learnt about unemployment and interest rates, and I think a highlight for us all was when we went to the Bank of England, where we learnt about monetary policy and how decisions by the government and different committees affect us all in terms of spending and saving.
This is the current Monetary Policy Committee.
And we are the future!